in our culture that this challenges is that sex is just physical. It's just physical. It's a biological urge like any other urge. People say it's kind of like food. You get hungry, you eat, right? It's like a sport. You find a partner to play with for a while. Later on, you can switch up partners, no big deal. It's like tennis. It's like touch football. It's like tackle football where you just stay on the ground for a little while longer. And so people think like, what's the big deal then if we just have a little fun? If sex is just physical, why is it that when a child is sexually abused, when they're an adult and they finally connect the dots, it's still so difficult to shake off? If sex is just physical, why is adultery so hard to get over? If it's just physical, why is that such a devastating thing that happens in a relationship? Why is rape so much more psychologically damaging to a woman than other forms of physical violence? In 1 Corinthians 6, Paul's going to take this deep soul dimension of sex and he's going to expand on it. The body is not meant for sexual immorality. The body has a soul, and the body and soul are meant for the Lord and the Lord for the body. It's more than just biological necessity. By the way, just so we're clear on definitions, when I say sexual immorality, when Paul says sexual immorality, what he's referring to is any sex outside a relationship between a man and a woman committed to each other for life in a covenant of marriage. And Paul says our bodies are so much more than biological machines. God designed sex to be a part of a fusion of total persons. It is a physical, biological oneness that was to be accompanied by soul oneness and a oneness in every other area of our lives. Your futures become one, your bank accounts become one, your children, your offspring become one, your families become one, everything about you becomes one. Marriage and sex were designed by God to address one of the deepest needs of the human soul. The need for companionship, for intimacy, to be fully seen and fully known and fully loved. And in that intimacy that we experienced with somebody else in a really mysterious way, it would point us beyond that horizontal relationship to our vertical relationship with God, who sees us fully and knows us fully and loves and accepts us anyway. Separating physical oneness from oneness in everything else tears apart, Paul is saying, the human being at a fundamental level. Sex apart from marriage, Paul is saying, is subhuman. It separates the body from all the other dimensions of the soul. And Paul says that is going to have a devastating effect on the soul because that is not what it was created to do. Fire is an incredibly powerful force. It's capable, because it's so powerful, it's capable of great good and great harm. Fire in the furnace, great. Fire in the stove, amazing. Fire in the couch, fire in the guest room, fire in the closet, not so good. Sex is like this, it's like this fire that in the right context has incredible power for good, but out of context, it can be really destructive.